This episode of CBTV Idaho is being sponsored by the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. I'll tell you more about them in a minute, but first here's our top stories. Today on CBTV Idaho, we're going to discuss the construction of the new water tower that began this week. We're going to discuss the Google Fiber coming to Pocatello, and we're going to discuss yet another road project that is in the works for 17th Street. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson. You are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back everyone to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, Construction Business TV is your go-to resource for all of the news on construction and development projects that are happening in your local area. And as always, we begin these reports with a local job construction post lead. So Wanzek Construction, hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right, Wanzek Construction has an immediate need to fill 4 different positions. All these positions are local to Shelley, Idaho. They are full-time, they're mid to entry-level experience, and they have a salary range between $50,000 and $75,000. What they're looking for is 2 skilled laborers, a heavy equipment operator, and a safety manager. So if you have an interest in any of these positions, if you want to learn more about any of these positions, or if you want to know how to apply for any of these positions, the link to do so is in the description below the video. Okay, let's get on to our first story. I know what we're all thinking. There's not enough construction happening on 17th Street. Let's throw some more into the mix, shall we? So we're talking about not just 17th Street, we're talking about 1st Street and Lincoln Road. They have plans to add crosswalk and stop bars at various points during those streets. This project is to install thermoplastic pavement markings in selected areas of these roads. The designated intersections along 17th Street, 1st Street, and Lincoln Road are going to be receiving these upgrades. The contractor assigned to this project is Sunrock Corporation, and according to an Idaho Public Information Officer I spoke to, this project actually it's not anticipated to begin until around August or September. If you find value in the content that I provide for you every week, make sure you show your appreciation and support by hitting the like button below the video, and you can follow my weekly reports every Tuesday. I come out at 4 o'clock. You can follow those reports by subscribing to Construction Business TV. You can do so on YouTube. We are also on Facebook, and we're on Instagram as well. Let's hit story number 2. So, Google Fiber named Pocatello its first market in the state of Idaho, announcing plans to begin construction there by the end of this year and lighting up their services by mid-2024. Pocatello is a city of roughly 57,000 residents spread across a little over 21,000 households. And while it may seem a rather random place to build a fiber network, at least compared to better known markets such as Boise, it's an ideal location because it's actually just a few hours drive from Google Fiber's major construction hub in Salt Lake City. This means that the company will be able to flexibly allocate construction crews and marketing staff to Pocatello as needed and apply the lessons it learned to Salt Lake City about operating in harsh winter environments. Before I get to my final story, I want to share a little bit of information about our sponsor, the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. Here are a few reasons why you may want to contact the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. If you're a business in the community and would like to partner with other businesses like Idaho Steel, Premier, INL, and others to put together a top-notch CAD program. If you're a local business and you would like to help deliver a much-needed forklift training to the community, or if you're a business looking to help train your workforce, or if you're a part of a workforce that is looking to boost your skills, then you should give Penny Lyon a call. Her phone number is 208-535-5409. You can also reach her email as well. For a final announcement, I want to let you know that the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center is going to have some industry-focused open houses coming in May and June, and to keep an eye out because they would love to see you there. Our top story, it's finally begun the construction of the new Idaho Falls water tower. So yesterday, construction began on the new water tower in downtown Idaho Falls. The construction site for the new water tower is in the south corner of the parking lot of the Idaho Falls Public Library. So the new water tower is expected to be just as tall as the old water tower, but will hold approximately twice the capacity of water as the old water tower. The chosen contractors for this project are Phoenix Fabricators and Erectors based out of Avon, Indiana. The cost of building this tower is going to be estimated around $9 million, and it's going to be funded through the city water rates. So as I said, construction began yesterday with excavation of the site, which will consist of piping and underground water work. Following that step will be the concrete foundation of the water tower, and then the concrete pedestal that will support the bowl. Following the pedestal will be the erection of the steel bowl, which will be built primarily at ground level. And when it's nearly finished, the bowl is going to be lifted up to the top and welded in place and then capped off at the top of the bowl. Finally, the whole structure, once completed at that stage, will be painted. So construction for this water tower is expected to take 2 years and conclude in the summer of 2024. During that time, the layout of the library parking lot is obviously going to change, and in anticipation for that, the city has actually provided an updated map of how you can expect to navigate the affected areas of downtown Idaho Falls. So I'll include a link in the video or in the description below, and I also shot a full press meeting regarding the tower a couple of weeks ago. You can find the link to that video right in the corner. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for CBTV Idaho. Thank you guys so much for your continued support and hitting the like buttons, the subscriptions, and the comments below. If you have any construction projects you see in your area that you haven't heard me report on and you would love to know more information about them, leave a comment below and I'll look into it for you. Thank you guys for your time. Drive safe.